Hey guys, it's Taz from Latte Library and welcome back to my channel. I will be talking about my top 5 favourite books of 2019 in this video, and I hope you enjoy it. And I'm just gonna get straight into it because I love talking about books I love. I get very passionate, so can't handle passionate, probably just skip this video or something. I don't know. Anyway, I read some pretty amazing books this year. No, I read lots of good books, but I read a small handful of absolutely great books. And I cannot wait to tell you what they are, and I'm going to do it by starting off with my fifth favorite book. So it's not my most favorite, it's my 5th favorite, if that makes sense. Ooh, where do I start? Okay, so that is going to have to be Finale by Stephanie Garber. I rated this book 5 stars. It was amazing. I didn't love the first book. The second book was better, but Finale was incredible. I wanted to cry during this book, and I rarely ever want to cry during a book, especially if I'm reading it myself, because I did. I listened to the first 2 books via audiobook. This one I read via Kindle because I just wanted to read it, I think. I just wanted to try it differently, and wow. I'm not sure if it's because I read it in a different medium, but it was amazing and I loved it. And I was surprised that I loved it so much, considering how I felt about the previous books. And that's me talking really fast because I was just so excited about this book, it's just so good. It's just, Stephanie Garber's writing is so amazing. It is very flossy and magical and super sweet and just, oh, it's just so good. Okay, I'm trying to make this spoiler free because if it's spoiler free, then it's spoiler free. I don't know, I feel like there's a pro to that. So maybe if you haven't read the books, you might be like, you know what? Remember that time Taz said that book was good, but you have to read the other 2 books first? Yeah, I'm gonna read it to see what she's talking about. So maybe you could do that. Maybe not, I don't know. Anyway, number 4 was see, I actually have them written on a sticky note because I was at work today and I was just having a minute to myself, and I'm like, you know what? I want to make a video or videos about my least favorite books, my most favorite books of 2019. So I just wrote them down on a sticky note with my Goodreads on my phone, and that's how I came up with it. So these are very last minute videos. These haven't been thought through all that well, but a lot of my videos aren't really. So that's fine, okay. Number 4. See, I haven't actually numbered these books of my favorite books. I have my least favorites because they are very specific, but I just loved all these books so much. Number 4, I'm going to give it to one author but 2 books, and this is Empire of Storms and Kingdom of Ash. Wow. Okay, so little fun story, little embarrassing story. I actually started reading Kingdom of Ash before I'd read Empire of Storms. I didn't know Empire of Storms existed. So when I first bought my Throne of Glass series, I bought it in a pack from Kmart or Big W or something. Empire of Storms didn't exist, and I was very new to the bookish community. And I started reading Kingdom of Ash, and I'm like, I don't understand. It still got to me, but the first part of Kingdom of Ash, it still got to me, but I was like, what the hell happened? And I just thought that it was just supposed to be this epic, what the thing, because the book is so big. Really, the book is so big. So I was like, you know what? Maybe the more I read, the more I'll know what's going on. Okay, no, that's not how it works. So then I was like, frig, what the hell? I'm an idiot. I got so excited for this new book, and I didn't even know what was supposed to be happening. So I ended up doing a full reread of Throne of Glass series via Audible. Oh my god, this audiobook series is amazing. I got all the feels. It was just wonderful and heartbreaking and just so lovely, and I love this series so much. And then Empire of Storms came along, and I was like, okay, I'm going to listen extra hard. And oh my goodness, the end of Empire of Storms hurt like a bitch. It was so hardcore, it was so painful, and I was like, oh, right. So then I listened to Kingdom of Ash via audiobook, and everything, just all the emotions. I wanted to cry, I wanted to scream. It was just so sad, and that just helped me why I loved it. I love this series so much. I know a lot of people don't love it, and I totally respect that, but man, if you want to try a book series, please give this one a go, because holy crap, the world building, the characters, I just love it so much, and I just hope that people love it as much as I do, because it's just so good, so good. So Empire of Storms and Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J Maas, I both rated 5 stars. I would give it more if I could. It is so good. I'm totally doing a reread next year. Anyway, moving on. Sarah J Maas has had her moment. I've had my moment. And then we get to Totally Not Organized. Stalking Jack the Ripper by Kerry Maniscalco. I still, after so many times of like talking about her book, I still do not know how to pronounce her name, so apologies. Again, this was a very random pickup. I was like in LA in Barnes & Noble and I'd seen this and I'm like, you know what? The green cover is so unique. And I walked around for a while. I'm like, yeah, no, I won't get it. Save money, whatever. But then I finally caved and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get it. It is different. I'm gonna get it. It sounds pretty good. Wow, I was hooked from the first page. I love this book so much. I do think it was the best book in this series. And I will always recommend this book. Like, this book could be a standalone, honestly. Like, it is just so freaking good. I loved it. I loved it. It is amazing. And I think maybe partially why I loved it so much is because it was so different to what I was already reading. So I was like, whew, this is great. So please, if you want to pick up a book, pick up this book with something different. It is crazy good. Like, it really is. So good. Freaking loved it, man. Honestly. Okay, next we have... Oh, number 2. Okay, see, I feel like Stalking Jack the Ripper should have been number 2. So, fake number 2 is The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides? I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce the last name, sorry, but The Silent Patient, wow. I listened to this via Audible, and man, what a novel. It's a thriller, and it was amazing. I did not guess the ending, even though it seemed like I should have, but I didn't. And so when the realization hit, I was like, wow, okay, this is messed up. It was so good. It was just so good. If you want to try a thriller and you haven't read one, a psychological thriller, please read this one. It was just like, whoo, blew my mind. And that's all I can really say without giving away spoilers. Because like with thrillers, I feel like there's just so much to spoil. But yeah, read it if you want to try a thriller. It is amazing. I would totally recommend it. I gave it 5 stars, of course, and it was so good. And of course, number one, my most favorite book of 2019. It has to be Verity by Colleen Hoover. Verity was the very first book of Colleen Hoover's that I read, and I have no regrets at all. Wow. What a masterpiece this was. She is such a good writer. Like, she's seriously really good. And she has just mastered perspective so well. But man, like this book, Verity, trigger warnings. Absolutely so many trigger warnings. It is confronting on so many levels. And it's just so good. It's just so good. I'm totally going to leave like links down below to the synopsis of these books because they are amazing, but definitely check out this one. It is so good. I could not get enough of this book, and the ending, I still think about it to this day. And I read the book a couple of months ago, and very rarely does an ending of a book stick with me, or even just a book in total, like a full freaking book. But this book stuck with me, and I cannot believe that it was even allowed to be published because of how confronting it is. But it is so good, so freaking I can't even like express in words. But please, if you are going to read any book in 2020, try Verity by Colleen Hoover. If you are mentally stable and can handle difficult and confronting themes, and I know it's like sounds kind of bad that I'm like, yeah, confronting themes, yeah, like this is great, but it's not like that. It's just that it moved me so much, and I was so confronted. I was like, is this serious? Has this seriously been published? Has someone read this and been like, yep, this is gonna be a really good book? Yeah, that did happen, and it was a really good book. So if you can, read it. And actually, read anything of Colleen Hoover's. I totally went on such like a Colleen Hoover bender after I read that. It was just so good. She is an incredible writer, and there are so many books that could have made the top 5, but I did want to have a bit more diversity, and you'll always just hear me talk so highly of Colleen Hoover. She's like my author of the year because she's just that damn good. She's that good. She's that good. So, Colleen Hoover, 2020. If you haven't read her stuff, read her stuff. If you want to know like books to read, like my personal recommendations, just comment below or like DM me. Like I will tell you which ones are totally like the books that I loved anyway. And that's basically it for this video, and I feel like that went really quick, but I also feel like I just spoke really fast because I'm just so passionate about these books because they're so good. People should read books all the time, honestly. They are amazing. And I'm like, I hope 2020 I read like some really good books too. I have high hopes. There are some really good books coming out next year that I am super keen for, and I cannot wait, and I should do a video on that. But I haven't done a video on that, but I will. I will do like a January TBR, books I want to read, or maybe like a 2021. I don't know yet. I'm still working on it. This is all very last minute, so I don't know. In saying all of that, let me know down below what your favorite read was of 2019. And if you put more than one, I totally understand. I have no idea how people are like, I have one favorite book, one favorite read. I'm like, what? There's like more than that. But no, it's okay. If you have one, that's cool. If you have more, let me know down below. I'm always on the lookout for book recommendations. And please like and subscribe. And I will see you in my next video, whichever that will be. I'm not too sure yet, but I will see you then. Thanks for watching. See ya.